nothing. The situation ain't that hard. Let's keep it basic. 2020 vision. I had that lazy. How game 2 weeks. I should have faced it. Run up to the top of the mountain and let you taste it. It's the past now.
Yeah, man.
You got the vibes right, FloWay.
Yes, sir, my brother.
FloWay, you got the vibes right, bro. You got the vibes right.
That's what we on, man. That's what we on. That's what we on. We on that good vibe, man, that you got, man. That project is super, 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 super dope. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Wasn't expecting it to be as dope as it is. I'm just gonna be 100% transparent with you, and I'm not trying to discredit you.
And let's keep that same energy through the whole interview. Let's keep that same. That's how we coming. We gonna keep it a beam.
Oh man, how are you, my brother? How you living? How's everything going for you, man? I see you out here for this. Let the people know what's going on, man. How's everything for you?
Man, I'm blessed, bro. You know, despite the times, right? Despite the crazy times, you know, the Most High is sparing me, bro. He's sparing me. He's still letting me taste some joy. He's still giving me and allowing me to keep my health. You know what I'm saying? My kids good, my family good. You know what I'm saying? My people, my friends, like some of the fans that have been. I got all these new fans from the encore show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you know, it's a vibe, bro. I'm super blessed and grateful, bro. How about yourself? That's the question. How you feeling, bro?
Favored, my brother. Blessed and highly favored, man. You know, just to be able to do what I love. You know, still be out here. The world's opened up some, you know, somewhat. So I've been able to get my shows going, my concerts going again. I'm blessed, man. This is about you tonight, my brother. We celebrate.
I did a little light research, bro. I did some scrolling on your page, and I said, Fap. I said, oh, bro, talk to everybody. Okay, so, because, you know, like, the thing is out here, you know, you work in entertainment, you want your music and your art to get out there, but it's always so tough to really know, like, are you really connecting? Are you connecting? Are they hearing the music? Are they feeling it? Are they getting the revelations? Do they know that you was crying when you did that shit? Do they know what you was going through, that it was real? Like, you know, and then, so, you know, when people like yourself reach out and we able to have, you know, share a little hour of power or whatever, bro, I don't take it light, fam. I don't take it light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could definitely hear it, man. We could hear it in the music, man. You know, we're gonna get into all of that tonight. From Chicago, man.
Chi-Town was good.
Chi-Town. You know, and I want to start there. I want to start in Chicago for you. You know, growing up as a kid in Chicago, like, you know, what kind of background did you come from? Because when I look at you, I don't see, at least from what I see, I don't see like the story of, you know, a kid who really had to get out the mud, struggle. I know you had to work hard to get to where you at, but I don't see a lot of the backstory. A lot of people may not know your backstory, where you come from.
So if I ain't get it out the mud, FloWay, where I got it out from? FloWay?
You got it out the mud musically, right? I'm just saying what you had to go through, you know what I mean, to get there. You know, a lot of times we see it on the front lines of, you know what I mean? Some people had to sell drugs, some people had to go to jail, some people had, you know what I mean? The struggle. So I don't know what your struggle is, so I just want to know what was the challenge for you growing up in Chicago?
All right, that's fair.
What was you blessed with? And you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair, because everybody does have to face some level of struggle. You know what I'm saying? But you know, first and foremost, mi madre de Panamá y mi padre de Guatemala. So toda mi familia, you know, es de Central America. You know what I'm saying? Toda mi familia habla español muy fluente. You know, as you can see, habla un poquito. You know what I'm saying? Pero mi familia antes de todo. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the fact that, you know, man, you know what I'm saying? My mom is Panamanian. You know, they're immigrants, bro. You know what I'm saying? They were not citizens of the United States. You know what I'm saying? My dad is from Guatemala. He was in the 1968 Olympics, and I didn't know that growing up. Me and Pops ain't get it right till I was in my 20s. I started having a couple hits. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the daddy issues and all that type of shit. Come on, man. It's tragic when a father can't be there for his son. It's tragic. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sitting there doing the Will Smith. Mama, why he don't want me? Why he don't want me? I'm in the house. That's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And my mama just trying to explain to me, Marcos, this is his loss, Marco. If anything, I feel sorry for him that he is missing out on the best son in the world, on the planet, Marco. That's you. You're the best son on the planet, Marco. Mama just gassing me, bro, gassing me, and keeping me in activity so that I don't join. I don't jump in the gangs, bro. It's
Going that
Chicago,
route.
fam. Come on, you know what
Yeah,
Chicago is.
because when
It's
you don't
gang
have that
culture,
father figure, sometimes you go looking for love. You know what I mean?
bro. It's
You're
gang
looking to be
culture. You know what
accepted by
time it
somebody
is, bro.
by the crew. That's facts.
Yeah,
That's facts. You know, when
yeah. So you know, so oh, go ahead.
continue, my brother. Continue. You got the floor.
Oh, no, you know me, man. When I get to talking about mom and dad, honor thy father and thy mother, man, you know, that's really the root. Like what you're looking at is a product of my mama's sacrifices. You know, my mom was like, I'm gonna send you to a private school, and I don't care how many jobs I gotta work. I don't care. Is blowing me up, bro. And it's my dog too. It's like I know he got something important to talk about. I know he got some money to talk about. But fam, I'm on the FloWay show, bro. You gotta relax, bro.
Let's get it.
I'm with FloWay right now, G.
Let's get it. We got 200 and something people watching. Man.
You know what I'm
Nice
saying?
people.
Hey, bro. I be on people live, G. They live be skimpy, bro. They live be skimpy. It be what you call light in the ass. You know what I'm saying? FloWay got it cracking. I see you got your background, you got your mic church. I don't even know.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I got my saxophone, I got my piano. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we on. You know, what kind of music was playing in our household? What kind of music was mom's? You know what I mean?
Oh man, I mean, mom, you know, we getting salsa, bro. When you hear that, when you hear my rhythms, fam, you talk about this is Afro Latino. But then Uncle, he driving us to school and he hitting us with the Bob Marley, man. You know what I'm saying? Steer it up. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm in Chicago, so I'm getting house. You know what I'm saying? But then we got Common. Like the mix up is just bananas, bro. But then I'm a jazz player. You know what I'm saying? So at any given point, I'm going Duke Ellington. So at any given point, we'll know.
You can just turn it on. You can just turn it, whatever switch you need, you can just turn it on.
Bro, and so the thing about my production and my music is it sounds like I'm a fan of music in totality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. When the artists come in, they be like, man, you know, whatever you want to make, G, what you want to make? You want to make country? You want to make, I mean, I don't even like saying genres because Quincy Jones was like, fuck genres, bro. Fuck genres, nigga. We ain't here to be as creative as possible, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm coming, bro. For real.
Don't box me in.
Don't box me in, bro. You know what Prince say? I'm not your lover. I'm not your friend. I'm something you'll never understand. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So now that we know that, where do we go from here?
You know, how old were you when you had your first placement? Was that Mims?
Mims, 2008, bro. Shout out to CL, Andrew Listerman, and of course Mims. You know, Mims is coming off of This Is Why I'm Hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? And I was teaching at Columbia College. Shout out to Columbia College, Chicago at the time. I was in my Professor Kosine bag, working out the formula, bro. Move If You Wanna was the first gold record that let me know, oh, we live, we got a hit. Oh, we got one of them ones. Oh, we live. It works. I knew I wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Mims got on there. I don't understand. So many haters. Knowing that my father, like my name was Dark Baker. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my homie Mateo, Matthew Bryson, Pete Tutter. He a DJ in Chicago. But he came in the studio out his mind one day, talk about it was another producer in the city that was, you know, nicer than me. And I'm like, bro, you gotta be kidding. You know what I'm saying? So he played this beat, and I said, put that beat on my desktop because I'm going to make that beat daddy tomorrow because you clearly have me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. So we got it straightening, and the straightening was Mims Move If You Wanna. And that also gave me the confidence to put hooks on my beats, because that's me on the hook. Move if you wanna, if you wanna, if you wanna, move, move. That's me on the hook, me on the beat. I'm a 75% out the gate. That's the formula. You want to make the rapper or the artist job as easy as possible. You know what I'm saying? You just come in here and be you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Y'all, this is the record he's talking about. I just want to give them a little bit so they can remember. This is the record he's talking about right here.
Let's get it.
Yeah, so that's the record right there that he's talking about. Right?
The music gotta sound urgent, FloWay. Like if you want to break into the music industry, your music should sound thirsty. Your music should sound aggressive. Your music should sound like let me in. Because I'm not one of them guys in the music industry where I know how to make money not making the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those guys. I'm one of the guys that my bank account go up when my songs get better. When my mind and my heart is in the right place and my song slap, my money slap.
Mm-hmm.
It's no talking that I'm going and holding a PowerPoint and talking and get on the phone. No, I'm sending the record, bro. And that record, that music gotta sound urgent, fam. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. You know, you got hit records, man. Hit records. After that, you followed up with the ass record, Big Sean, the birthday cake record. You know, where
Shout
was
out
you
to
at
Rihanna.
this?
Shout out to Riri.
You know, at this time, man, that was like, I take that probably was like the changing. That was like the Mama I Made It probably moment when those records did the numbers that they did. Where was you at mentally at that time? Because you know we always talk about where you was at probably when it dropped. Where was you
You
mentally?
know, I was struggling to believe that it was real because what I didn't mention was my mom passed after my sophomore year of college. So this queen, you know what I'm saying, that raised me all by herself. And as her only child, you know, my pops had kids all over the place, you know what I'm saying? But my queen left me after my sophomore year, and life just, you know, I was just like, I was just numb, bro. I was numb, bro. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, I'm like, man, that's how y'all playing down here. Y'all taking people, mamas, God, that's what y'all doing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so by time he started attempting to build me back and give me, you know, some of the desires of my heart and do what he said he was gonna do, I don't know. I just feel like I was numb, church. I feel like I was excited in the moment, but man, you know, if I could go back in them places, I'd have been, you know, more astute. I would have been more in it. You know, I was wilding, G. I'm MC Hammer mixed with Bobby Brown, fam. You know
Oh
what
my
I'm saying?
God!
Like, nah, it was bad, bro. It was bad. I don't even, you know, I don't even like that version of myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about what he was able to accomplish musically, but I kind of feel like it just speaks to where I was at, the volatile emotions that I had inside, and I talk through the music. That's how I talk. I can tell you way better through a song than I can sit on here for hours with you. You know what I'm saying? I play you the song, you know, you go listen to True Sim, you go watch the movie or something, you like, oh wait. This man, he a whole artist, he an artist. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So during that time period, man, it was surreal. You know what I mean?
You know, going through a lot. You know what I mean? Going through. It seems like, you know, whenever you know that success. You know what I mean? Whenever you accomplish a certain level of success, you know, on the flip side, it seems like, especially people who are really creative, on the flip side, will always have some pain. You know what I mean? There, sometimes you give people your best work when you're going through that pain. You know what I mean? People are able to feel that and and resonate with people and, you know what I mean, inspire people along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's I mean, to me it's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? Like why I gotta hurt like this? You know what I'm saying? Why I gotta be like this? But that's what changed the direction of my career. So like from '08 to like 15, we didn't really lead the charts like that. You know what I'm saying? Like 2015, Nicki Minaj was nominated for Rap Song of the Year at the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's when I realized that my superpower was on like I could just point, bro. I could point, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like making Anaconda G, I never forget, bro. The first draft of it was cool. She ain't really go crazy. The second draft of the beat, Nicki Minaj was twerking, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like
she twerked on the record, okay? Before you even
bruh,
saw the video, she twerked.
so it's like I can't. After that moment in the studio, I couldn't hear no more. I can't hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, hold on, fam. Do you be making Nicki Minaj? Do your beats do that? No. Did she jump on the ass remix and then do Anaconda? So then why you talking to me, bro? Why I gotta listen to you? You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't. I had that moment and I was just, you know what I'm saying? But I needed to be humble. You know what I mean? I needed to be humble. It's like, bro, there's still so much more for you, and you gotta relax and you gotta chill. And I went back to Chicago, and I honestly thought that my music career was over. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I switched over to Apple Music. I became an on-air personality. I've been on Apple Music, being an on-air personality since 2016, bro. You know what I'm saying? So every Sunday at 11 a.m., 5 p.m., you can check out this show. It come on everybody's iPhone, even if you don't have the Apple Music subscription, you can still listen to the radio station. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that started like really helping me with my speech too. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't really realized I ain't know how to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm doing radio for Apple, excuse me, and you know, it's people in the room doing air checks like, hey fam. They like you just go, why didn't you start off with what you said at 30 seconds? Like why we had to wait that long? Like lead with the headline, sir. Like the coaching, the camaraderie over there at Apple was just, man, it was, you know, it always feels like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like I'm inside of a movie, you know? And then that's when I ran into Jeff Johnson. Shout out to my partner too. Shout out to Jeff Johnson. And shout out to Andre Harrell, who invited me to speak at his Revolt conference in Miami. Rest in peace, Andre Harrell. You know what I'm saying?
People,
Rest in peace.
Brother, man. Good brother.
Man, I mean, but you know, life-changing brother. You know what I'm saying? And because for me, I've always known that all I got to do is get in front of you. For me, if it come to what's gonna happen for Coast, if I get in front of you, it's over with, bro. When I got in front of Puff, Puff say, "Hey, you remind me of myself in front of myself in front of Andre Harrell." Cool. I get to Andre Harrell. Hey, young blood, I like your style, man. I like your style. How about you speak for me at my Revolt conference? I'm like, please, sir, I'm honored, sir. Sir, I'll be there. While I'm there, I meet Jeff Johnson. I give Jeff Johnson the truth. Jeff Johnson say, yo, I got a show on BET called Man Cave. I've been developing this for like 6 years. Why don't you come audition for my show? I did not think I was, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I did not think I was gonna get picked. There was so many great black men. You know what I'm saying? Why they gonna pick me? I don't got no followers like that. Like, why me? Why me? Gee, I deleted my whole Instagram page. I'm just over here just trying to feed my kids, man. And sure enough, bro, they went with your boy. You know what I'm saying? They went with your boy, bro. And that just, man, just now we on radio, now we on TV, and then boom, the Fox deal, Empire and Star. Now we doing music for TV and film. So it's like, all right, Billboard, record labels, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool. Y'all want to act like that? Y'all want to act like that? Like I ain't give you ass and the cut. Like I ain't give you Nas the Don. You want to? Don't worry about it. Lee Daniels, he didn't have to think, bro. Lee Daniels, he went shopping on my laptop like he was in Beverly Hills at Barney's. Just grabbing songs. So this is open. So Kosine, this open? This you ain't using it? Oh, this is my season finale. I said, well, hell, nigga, you want what? You want something else? You want an R&B? Don't you got Brandy on the show? I know you need something for Brandy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those shows need 40 songs per show, bro.
And how did you get on Star? Because you went from
Great question. Great
doing
question.
music to being on the show, man. How did you
Great
get that
question. After a year of turning the entire both shows up to the max, Lee Daniels, we talking, man, a few times a week. You know what I'm saying? We tapping in because Lee Daniels know he can be driving, look up in the sky, think about a song, call me and say, I want something like this for the show. And guess what? Guess what?
It's done.
Watch out. Watch out. Whatever you can think of, bro. I make the songs that people think in their mind come out the speakers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So then I told him, and something that I didn't tell you this whole interview, I started taking acting classes, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like, man, if I ain't doing music, people always said I was funny, charismatic. Why don't I go to look, one brother that I used to work with all the time, shout out Timmy, fam. And Ro did the same thing. Like, hey, bro, I don't know what they on with this music, bro. I audition, I got boss. Next thing you know, you get power. Now, guess what? You can't wait to hear his songs now, huh? Now he can sing. Now it makes sense, huh? So, you know, sometimes you gotta trust that we all have our own individual path. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta go to the side door. Sometimes you gotta go in the back door. Sometimes you gotta go through the window. You know what I'm saying? These cats in these buildings, you know, I ain't gonna blame nobody. They don't be knowing who a legend is in their face all the time. Sometimes they don't know. They be confused. You know, so
you got to go with the plan, man. Sometimes, you know, and I say this all the time. Sometimes you got to jump in the passenger seat and let God be in the driver's seat. You know
I love that. I love
want
that.
to go one place, you be like, I want to go this direction, and sometimes that door is right in front of your face, and it's like walk through that door. Sometimes you got to walk through that door to walk through this door. You know what I mean?
But when I say you got to be humble, you're humble when you realize you're not in control. You know what I'm saying? You an ant. One of my homies, he said, man, you know, I don't know about New York, man, because I just feel like an ant when I'm out there. I was like, damn, an ant in New York walking around the buildings. And I thought about that, like, wow, you know what I'm saying? We ants, G. we ants.
Look, when you on a plane and you looking down, you really feel that way.
But when we talk about ego and pride, you know what I'm saying? Especially hip hop, cats got their chests out. Little song saying, yo, the grace and the thighs of soul. I mean, I get it. I get it. But the Most High is in control. You know what I'm saying? He's in control, man. That's just me. We all entitled to how we want to feel. That's just me. That man then kept me, bro. He kept me, bro. You don't know how I felt when I lost my OG like that, bro, because she was such an incredible lady. And then I lost a brother by the name of Aaron Michael Cox. So, you know, that tragedy and that loss, bro, you know, the disappointments, the ups, downs, the breakups and relationships and stuff like that. You know, life is a lot.
It spin you around, man. It spin you around, and you lose that drive. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get to the point where it's like I don't want to live no more. You know what I mean? I don't want to do this,
bro. And it's wild, you know. So it's crazy looking back, thinking about my mentality in those situations throughout those years, because, you know, my reflection game. This is the cool part about not having like a real job per se. You know what I'm saying? Because you got time to think. You know what I'm saying? You just be sitting there just thinking and reflecting. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite scriptures talks about man, oh, I gotta give you the scripture, dog. The opportunity of leisure. It's in Ecclesiasticus, and it talks about how wisdom comes to a learned man by the opportunity of leisure. You know what I mean? Like if you and he that has little business shall become wise. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you gotta be turned down for a second. You gotta be turned down in certain seasons so that you can really just tap into wisdom. Which there's no app on our phone where we can go look at wisdom. You know, you can look at check your bank account. You can check your followers. You can't check no wisdom, church. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Now we talking, we somewhere else right now. You know what I'm saying? But if you take that time away to detach, pull away. We know the run outside. We know they got variables and variants. We know. We get it. We know what's happening. But for a
Right.
second, put you first though. Put you first for a second and love on yourself and turn down. And in that time period of turning down, the growth that you will have, bro. Oh my, such a blessing, bro. It's such a blessing.
That's facts, man. That's facts. You know, I want to ask you, right? When it comes to making records, like, what are like the qualities of having uh, of delivering like a hit record? What is like the qualities of that?
Well, I don't know. In my experience with hits is more about fun. You know what I'm saying? A great record is more about conversation. Now, a great conversation can be a hit too, though.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It can go to the other side. But like when I think about ass, or cake, or one time for the birthday, hey, two times for the birthday,
Let me tell you
hey,
something. I done been in the spot and then mix all three of those records together. I kid you not.
what's up? That's why, hey, look, Flo, we might need to just do a party where I DJ because I think that's a vibe, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, an hour-long set where I hit you with bird because I don't think they know, Flo. I don't think
Do
they know, Flo. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to that stuff was fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun. You're having a good time, bro. You know what I mean? Um, when I think about Truth Serum, and I think about Kings, I think about legacy. I think about me thinking about, all right, my sons being like, Daddy, you worked a lot when I was growing up. What was you doing? Cool. We worry about so many things I'm not concerned with. I don't want nothing from these people unless I deserve it. I'm tired of playing a fucking clown up in the circus. You asking respect up on your name, you gotta earn it. When you feel down and you out, you gotta keep working. Whole time I promise you, you living right in your purpose. The negative energy that's coming, you gotta curve it, encourage yourself, then you slide just like it's cursive. Kings are falling every day and kings are rising just the same. Like, you gotta have balance to the catalog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't just be all fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You gotta give,
James Fauntleroy.
you gotta give
What you
people
saying?
that beat because people ain't always smiling.
Yeah,
People ain't
bro.
always smiling. People ain't always in the club. People ain't always lit. You know what I mean? So you gotta give people that beat, that
Yeah,
real. That.
it's like showing deference to your natural emotions. You know what I'm saying? Show deference to your natural emotions. If you happy, write a happy song. If you sad, write a sad song. If you indifferent, write an indifferent. Like, whatever that emotion is, whatever that true emotion is that you're feeling, go ahead and cook that up, bro. Give us that. And those that are brave enough to go there, if you brave enough to go there, we respect you.
Mm-hmm.
We respect you, bro, because guess what? We feel the same way. I feel the same way you feel, G. That resonated with me. Now I rock with you, bro. Now I'm tapped in with you. I feel I had that same issue. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like producers, man, never really get the credit that they deserve. Um, Sometimes, and the record always starts with you, and a lot of times it ends with you. And I get it. The awards, the nominations, and those things like that is mostly is credited to the artists because of the vocals that's on the record. Um, but being a hands-on producer like yourself, you know what I mean, and being with the record from the beginning to end, have you ever felt this way? Have you ever felt like you guys don't get the credit that you deserve? Now you're starting to see it a little
I
bit more
mean,
than back then.
look at Encore. You watched the Encore, bro. You saw the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was a fight, church. That's a
Mm-hmm.
fight, bro. It's a real fight. And the thing about it is, being a producer, sometimes it is a thankless job, but also it's a job of service, bro. You there to serve. You're not there to be the star. You're not the star. I'm not the star, bro. I am the producer. You know what I'm saying? And man, I think I ran into a scripture that said something about that, like the greatest among you will be a servant or serves. It's like I think in Matthew or something like that. But that's just so ill, right? Like, just take pride in being a superstar server, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when you have that awareness going into it, you can take it. You can take not getting the credit. I'll be in the club when birthday chick come on. I was at Sweetie birthday party. when they brought out all the Krispy Kreme donuts to Sweetie at her birthday party, Chloe, we in the middle of Hollywood. What did they play? Birthday Chick. Nobody knew I made it, bro. And I'm cool with that, bro. I'm okay. I'm okay, bro. I didn't go home and lose no sleep, man. It just was like, it was kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Because I be in there, you know, I think it's that only child shit, man. The only child thing. You have to encourage yourself. It's a Donald Lawrence gospel song called "Encourage Yourself."
Love that
You
song.
have to encourage yourself, bro. You gotta, you in your mind gotta be like, yo, they might not know it, bro, but I be making this. I made this. I did this. You know what I'm saying? I be on my. If you follow my stories, you saw. If you know me, you know what it is. But you know, I haven't been the best at selling perception. And a lot of people are really good in this business at selling perception. That wasn't really what I set out for. That wasn't my goal.
For acceptance.
I didn't start this. I really play the. I'm really I went to FAMU. I played the Marching 100. I really love this music. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hustle. It's not a jug. It ain't a play. You know what I'm saying? I do this because I was sitting here to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right. You know, see, and it's a thing of like, that's why I told you your project, Truth Sermon, get on guy here, I gotta make sure I get that. Super, super dope. And, you know, a lot of times when you're a producer, like when you come out the game, you come into the game as a producer, people try to put you in that box, put that barrier up, and people won't pay as much attention to your music. And it's crazy because you can give hits to multiple artists, you know what I mean, and be in the spot and see everyone the way they reacting and rocking out to the music that you help create. You know what I mean? Sometimes look at the beat, just be rocking and people going crazy. You know what I mean? Because you're a part of something that brings them that feeling. You know what I mean? But a lot of times when you because at the end of the day you're a musician, or you're a producer, singer, whatever, you're a musician. So when you tap in and you start to deliver people music, a lot of times people don't pay attention to it. You know, how has the experience been for you since you released this project? You released this dope visual. How's the experience been?
yeah, well, you know, I mean, look at now. I don't know. It's like there's so much content that's released every day that to expect people to just catch on to Kosine. Like I dropped my project in May. What we in? August, I think. You know what I'm saying? To expect for the whole world to know Truth Serum in this saturated time is far fetched. And I'm not, you know, I'm not on a major label, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's me, you know what I'm saying? So the key though is to just make sure you leave the evidence, because as long as it's there, people go find the dope, bro. You got to put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the people out in this interview that's like, you know what? I don't even know if I heard Truth Serum. You know, I know Flow. I don't really know Coast like that. So the fact that you even got me on your platform and we tapping in, they're gonna give Truth Serum a real spin. And those that have that taste in music, those that, you know what I'm saying, those that, you know what I'm saying, that appreciate an album that took 7 years, you know what I'm saying? That Jeremiah verse is from 2014, bruh. I've been asking him for 7 years because I put that song out. And I redid the beat with my homie Fire. You know what I'm saying? I had Phil come play some keys. We put some 2021 sprinkles on it. I did my verse like probably at the end of 2020. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, because guess what? Gold don't get old, bro. Gold don't get old. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, my songs age well. Like Obama we just did a custom version of Birthday Chick for Obama. One time for the birthday prayers, bro. This is 5 years later. That record went gold like 4 years later. Like that song has not reached its peak yet, bro. So my songs, they age well, bro. You got Stop Signs and you got Picasso's, bro. This is you know what I'm saying?
You know, and I read somewhere that Marsha Ambrosius executive producer.
Shout out Marsha, man. I mean, like, I couldn't play fair with the album, bro. Flo, I couldn't play fair like I'm one of these little boys, bro. I had to call on Marsha.
Yo, say
And
that
Marsha,
again. Say that again.
I said I couldn't play like I was one of these little boys, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to play fair. If I'm putting out a project, I gotta flex a little bit, bro. I gotta show that I'm in the gym. It gotta be like, welcome to the gun show. And Marsha Ambrosius is like a plug-in on the album. If you listen to Settle, if you listen to Put It On Me, listen to her choices on the backgrounds as she colors and coats the album. This is the lady that wrote Butterflies for Michael Jackson, sir.
Absolutely.
She is not, she's not light, bro. And so when she was like, oh, you know, I went to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, and just really sat with her. I'm thinking we just gonna work on the album. You know what I'm saying? She like, we just talk, conversation. Then I came back to LA and she was like, send it to me. And I sent her stuff and she sent it right back, bro. Marshall will go and kill a record and have that thing back in 30 minutes, bro. It's not a game. It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? Record it on her own, in her house, mind her own business, send it right back to you in 30 minutes.
Jeez.
And she, you know, I executive produced Lovers and Friends, you know what I'm saying, 2014. So you can hear my voice, you hear my production on that Lovers and Friends album, and it's just like, man, please, can you return that favor? Like, please. She like, hell yeah, I got you. You know? So shout out to Marsha Ambrosius for real, man. She a legend, but then she also a woman of her word. And in this business, that's even tough, bro. Just to get people to keep their word, bro. That's tough, dog. They don't keep their word, bro.
Broken promises all day, man.
Bruh, she kept her word. She executive produced it. She jumped on the joints, man. She held me down. Diane Warren, same thing. Diane Warren is one of the greatest songwriters of our time. I dare you to go look her. Tony Braxton, Unbreak My Heart.
Yep,
Celine
I know she
Dion.
is. I know she is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she got right on.
Actually, we started about 2 months ago to try to get on the show.
Bro, you got to get Diane, bro. You got to get, because Diane, she put the battery in my back. You know what I'm saying? First, let me shout out Felicia Font, man. Felicia Font, because she's just a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? Another strong black queen out here that is just a music industry cheat code. And I'm telling her about the project, and Felicia like, wait a second, didn't you say you know Diane Warren? So you mean to tell me you know Diane Warren, you working on the album, and you're not gonna play her nothing? Like, what is you on? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, because a lot of times the answers is right under our nose. I got these big old nostrils, bro. The answers be right under these nostrils, fam. And I still don't be knowing, G. That's why I shout out to, you know what I'm saying, having black queens in your corners, bro, because they see all that, man. The black queens, they all in the details. So we pull up on Diane Warren. I play her some of the album. She like, Kosine, I love your voice. I love your voice. Grabbed her guitar and sang Put It On Me to me. I recorded on her phone, produced it 9 times, and the 9th version of that song is what is on the album True Sense.
That's crazy.
I didn't have nobody tell me to do it 9 times, but I be knowing when it's right. It still wasn't right. Little reggae version. You know what I'm saying?
So you know where you want it to be. You know, I didn't get a chance to watch the film yet, right? That goes along with your project. Without giving too much away, what do you want folks to take away from when they see it?
I want them to be aware of the temptation and the evil that's trying to knock them off their path in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be aware of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And in this music business and in life, there's distractions that are on the way. When you're on that path to greatness, it's coming. And let me show you what it looked like. Let me show you what it looked like sometimes, because it comes in different forms.
Ways.
You know what I'm saying?
Right in front of you, man.
And then look, it's all the music is me. You know what I'm saying? So you're watching the film, but every scene is a song on the project. You know what I'm saying? It's a film EP. You know, like, shout out to my director Noise. You know what I mean? When you watch this, we might have to run this interview back, bro. You might have to watch this and then jump back on the live to say, Coach, I saw the 28-minute EP film EP, Coast, because I'm telling you, it ain't regular, bro. It ain't. I promise you, it's not regular, bro. For real. And it's the acting classes, it's the life, and it's the music all colliding, bro, into the truth, which is why it's called Truth Serum. So yeah, you gotta check it out, bro. It's on YouTube, waiting for y'all. As soon as y'all get off the live, we can all go there as a family, get on Twitter and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Flo, let me know, you know what I mean? Or however you want to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Let's talk to Encore for a minute. How did this whole situation come about? The opportunity. I know you had already worked with BET, with Man Cave, so probably was
That's it. Easy call. Hey, hold on, y'all want to do a music show here at BET? Oh, well, we already got Kosine. We already got a producer that we rock with, that we love. So if it's a music show, then that's an easy call. And because it's BET, you know, the love. I mean, bro, they changed my life with Man Cave, bro. They changed, bro. I'm sitting down having a drink with Nipsey, bro. I'm sitting down talking to Charlamagne. I'm talking to Ludacris. I'm talking to to Jermaine Dupri. You know, it was a life-changing show. Slink Tank, like, it's a life-changing opportunity. So when BET call, I know it's to go to another level, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know it's to go to another level. And then when I looked at the women on the show, you know, 702, Total, 3LW, Cherish, Nivea, Danity Kane, you know what I mean? Like Black, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I mean? And I'm the only producer? What?
I'm about to go crazy.
We live. Hold on, fam. Hold on, bro. Man, what?
I spoke to Pam last week. I have a great relationship.
Oh my God!
I have
a
great relationship with Pam, man. I've worked with Total. I've booked Total for shows many times, and Pam has gotten on the phone and prayed with me, prayed for me, and she spoke very highly of me last week as well. She was like, "Co-sign, like, put it together,
bro.
Did the damn thing."
Pam came in there and set the tone, bro. You talking bad boy, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to play. I'm not here to argue. That's not what I'm here for. Y'all can do that. Y'all can use y'all time on TV and argue and fight. But I'm not here for that.
And make good TV, but I'm not here for that. I'm on a mission.
I'm not here for that. And she was the first person to record her song. And I feel like once Pam came in and got it done, everybody's eyes was like, ooh. Because from that moment forth, I saw like, ooh, Pam actually doesn't have to record another song. If the only thing that comes from this whole show is Pam gospel song, this is not a bad show, bro. Mm-hmm. And so it motivated a lot of the other women to tap in. You know what I'm saying?
You know, was it difficult for you to put a sound together that, you know, for all of the women that was in the house? Was it kind of difficult for you to kind of map that out?
Wait, did you
watch
the show, Flo?
Women came from most the same era.
I said, did you watch the show, Flo?
I watched a lot of it. I watched a good deal of it.
Because when you say,
but I watched a good deal of it.
I almost want to look in the comments for a second and say, I want to hear them answer that question. Did y'all see it was difficult?
Well, listen, I know it was some difficult moments. I know some difficult moments, like with Felicia and Fallon, and you know, I know y'all had some difficult moments, but I'm just saying, far as in like, okay, it was difficult.
Hey, no, because look, you said transparency. You said what kind of energy, how we was coming on this interview. Nah, you know what though? But I welcome the challenge though, bro. Mm-hmm. I welcome the challenge because I said to myself going into this, all right, you know, 9 women from legendary groups.
No, it's not gonna be easy.
Coach, if you're able to get an EP out of this in less than 30 days, and it was really shorter than that. If you're able to pull this off, Coach, that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. And so I kind of was with Pam where it's like, I don't care what y'all say in this house. I'm gonna do an EP on y'all. Now, shout out to all of the powers that be, right? BT, Carlos King, everybody, you know, the girls, of course, everybody that made sure that the EP was out for the season finale. Because that was the part, bro. We had that EP already streaming on that Wednesday of the season finale. Because so many people start making music, they don't get it done, bro. They don't get the job done. We got it done. That EP was up. You know what I'm saying? And so from a taste perspective, you know what I'm saying? I don't decide that. Like, you know what I mean? From a taste perspective, some may like it, some may not like it, so forth. I don't got nothing to do with that, bro. All I do is my best. You know what I'm saying? I do my best. I let the songs fly, bro. But the feedback has been positive, bro.
All positive.
You know what I'm saying? We was number 2 right behind Nas. You know, I had to call Hit Boy like 10 years ago. Niggas in Paris is number 1. Big Sean, ass is number 2. This is 2011. 2021, I'm minding my business doing the Blueprint project on BET.
Hey, y'all number 1 and number 2 again.
Hit Boy with Nas King's disease. I just had to call him like, bro, really, fam? Like, can I be great?
This what we doing?
Can I be great, bro? You know what I'm saying? And Hit Boy was like, man, he's so cool. He said, man, how blessed are we that 10 years later we can still have this conversation, bro? And my heart was full in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
You know, at any point, did you ever doubt that it wasn't gonna get done?
Oh my God. One time I came to the studio because my thing was I work on 2 albums at the same time. So I'll record 10 songs with you, 12 songs with you, and put out 6 and have another 6 in the tuck. So you don't even got to come back to work. I did 2 albums. So with me, I'm always thinking big picture. When I came in the studio and them girls erased the board with all the songs that I had been plotting out and they erased the whole board, I was like, why y'all do that? Gee, like I was sitting there, why you erase my board? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is what happened when it's...
They don't cut some of it out. They don't cut...
Bro, they erased the board with all whatever songs they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So I was a bit at the mercy, you know what I'm saying, of what the girls wanted to do in certain instances. You know what I'm saying? Because this was not a traditional setting where it's understood that I'm the producer. You know what I'm saying? This was a setting where the girls were interested in producing as well. And so I had to relinquish that power, you know what I'm saying, and co-produce, you know, and we got the result that we got, you know, so.
How many years you been in the game now, Coach?
I'll say like 2008, you know what I'm saying? So what's that, 10, 19, 20, 21? This year 13 now? 13 years. NBA veteran.
So you're approaching that 15 mark.
I'm three under LeBron, I think.
There we go. Who's on your bucket list? Who's on my list to work with?
Oh, B and J for sure. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get the B and J moment. We gotta get a Drake moment. BJ, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Drake, Andre 3000. And then I want to break somebody. You know what I mean? I want to introduce a new artist to y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you're not no legendary producer if you ain't give us nobody.
Until you book. You know, Jungle Boy said that same thing to me.
You ain't
I
like.
kid you not. He said that same thing to me.
Like we gave you Trap Beckham. We gave you one time for the birthday chick, but I don't know if y'all really know this man got smacks like that. Like I've been in Atlanta with this man in the strip club, G. You know what I'm saying? And watch this man do like an hour set at the strip club in the A. Like, damn, Trap. Me, and that's me. I'm his producer. You know what I'm saying? But I had never, you know, I'd be in the studio. So I finally popped out with him. I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. And so, you know, but I still want to give you an EP. There's a bunch of new talent, and I'm always looking for new talent as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to be responsible for introducing new faces, new artists, young talent, you know, and y'all being like, damn, this is the spot where we go to. We go to Kosine, we go to Gourmet Ratchet, you know what I'm saying? A little plug real quick on a t-shirt, you know what I'm talking about? We go to Gourmet Ratchet Records, you know what I'm saying, to hear what's next. Because Kosine gonna make sure, you know, we come to Apple Music, we listen to his show on Sundays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. to hear what's next. Because Kosine, if it's one thing Kosine gonna have is his finger on the pulse. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be in the studio, he gonna have his finger on the pulse. So, you know, that's what I strive. I gotta give new faces hits. I gotta discover new voices, bro, for real.
You know, with you being a father, you spoke a little bit about being a father earlier. With you being a father, and with the many talents that you have, my brother, rapping, producing, hosting, how do you balance it all? How do you balance your career and fatherhood?
Man, FaceTime like crazy, bro. Like, I made a song about FaceTime because it was my worst fear. You know what I'm saying? When I had my first son, FaceTime came out, and I was literally like, after losing my mom, the second greatest fear would be, you know, breaking up with my son's mom and having to not raise my son in the house. That was the one. You know what I mean? And it's funny, I had to like crazy edit the song, and I sold it to Empire. It's an episode where the kid on Empire performs a song called FaceTime. But that's, you know, when your worst nightmare, you know, comes true. I got a quote that says, if my worst nightmare could come true, then so can all my wildest dreams. You know what I'm saying? And that's a talk on life and balance, and how life balances itself out. You know, one of my OGs used to say, the game is cold but fair. You know what I'm saying? But with my son, you know, Miami, I remember when he was young, I had already made it up in my mind. American Airlines is gonna have my savings account, not my savings account. You know what I'm saying? I'm in LA, he's in Miami, and I know that I would have a way bigger savings account if I didn't give it to American Airlines. But I'd rather sacrifice my savings and be on a plane to be with this man, to take him to school. Sometimes it's just I'm in Miami for 8 hours, 9 hours, because his fathers take your son to school day. So you book that flight, you get there, you take him to school, you kiss him, you pick him up, you take him back home, and you go back to the airport. You know what I mean? It's a sacrifice, because, you know, I just don't want him to feel the way I felt with my pops. My pops was in the 1968 Olympics, bro. Can you imagine? He had a book come out after he passed away, and I feel like that's when I really got to get to know him, when I was reading his book, and I read about him, you know, meeting Jesse Owens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Black history. I didn't know that my dad was a part of Guatemalan Black history for high jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine my whole childhood if when we every year in Black History Month, you know what I'm saying, bro? So
Right. He just not knowing.
The not knowing part, and that is the trick. It speaks bigger to just my life. It's us as Black people on a whole scale. Never let them know how excellent of a lineage they derive from. Never let them know that, because if they know who they derive from, who their fathers are, who their ancestors are, all hell is gonna break loose, because they'll know. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm getting older, that's why, as a Black man, especially because we have one of the highest mortality rates, bro. Black man is the first person to get off the chessboard, bro. When we grow older, we tap into what I said earlier, wisdom. And you start being, you know, you start having time to become a historian and do some research. I had time to go back to Guatemala and go look at the National Stadium. The National Stadium is named after Pops, yo, Teodoro Palacios Flores. Right there on the stadium. I'm like, oh my God, I got a stadium here. You know what I'm saying? All type of dignitaries coming out, walking me around. You know, I got a younger sister that's on the track team at practice. So I'm meeting my youngest sister, bro, in Guatemala at track practice at my daddy's stadium, bro.
Wow.
And bro, it's just like, oh, I had a homie tell me, because he's Mexican and he speaks Spanish and he knows, you know, about my pops and so forth. And one day he said to me, he said, I just really feel like if you knew who you were, you wouldn't act like how you act. And he actually kicked me out the studio, fam. You know what I mean? We was into it. and he showed me, he translated a documentary on my father. His name is E-Dub. Shout out to E-Dub and Jules. He translated a documentary on my pops and said, if I just feel like if you knew who you were, you wouldn't act like how you act, and I need you to not come here for some time. And I was like, you know, that was the beginning of the go find yourself moment, Coach. Go sit your ass down. You wildin', Coach. Go sit down. You know, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me, bro. Best thing, bro. Best thing, dog.
Realness, man. You need that. You need real people around you. Sometimes, you know, I mean, you like, you know what I mean? It may hurt in that moment, but that was something real. So at the end of the day, he said something to you that you was able to use. You know what I mean? And if he didn't say that, if he didn't kick you out the studio, you know what I mean? Who knows how much longer things could have went. So,
well, if he don't kick me out the studio, do I have the temperament when I'm in the house on Encore? Do I have the same temperament? You know what I'm saying? Because that moment of humbling, I can sit in there and understand that somebody might be in the studio, and yeah, we trying to get a song done, but if the energy is so volatile, you know what that also could be. It could just be some life on them. They in the studio and they got some life on them though. And I've been there, and that's the thing. Once you didn't walk through there, you know, you can be of service in those moments still. You can humble you can still understand. All right, I hear you. Yeah, all right. And then guess what? I go back to my hotel and go finish the record in my hotel. I got my own setup. Y'all want to? It's cool. We gonna still get this EP done. Still gonna get it done. I don't care.
You know, any advice you can give to aspiring producers? We're just gonna say entertainers, rappers, actors that want to do what you're doing. And any advice you can give to them that, you know, so they don't make some of the same mistakes made, or
I say let the music set you free, man. I say let the music set you free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, again, I'm not one of them brothers that, you know what I'm saying, and it's no disrespect, bro. It's like no disrespect to everybody in their service, but the music is what's gotten me to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, some people might think that it's all perception. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you put that when that music make you feel a certain type of way, those that understand, they feel it, bro. They feel it. You know what I'm saying? And so don't let it be about
perception will take you but so far. That's what people don't understand. It'll take you but so far.
the real that music, man, and let them see you do it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, let me see if my computer still. Let them see you do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let them see you do it, bro. I don't even know what I'm playing. I'm just playing some chords. You know what I'm saying? But let them see you do it so they know it's real, bro. Is it like what you said? You said you wanted some jazz. Oh, okay. Let them know that you know how to do it, bro. So that they don't play with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you need a music for everything. You need a music for a Super Bowl. You need music for the Grammys. You need music for your commercials. You need music for your TV shows. You need music for birthday parties. You need music for weddings.
You need music for life, man.
In the car.
You need music. It's a lot of things you need music for.
You need music for life. You said it. You know what I'm saying? You need music for life. So those that you know have the gift, don't play with them. Don't treat them just don't treat them any kind of way. Don't treat them any kind of way. Look what they give us, yo. They really give us their heart and their soul. You ever heard of soul music? These people is giving you their soul, bro. Love on them. You know what I'm saying?
All on the record. Man. Let's play again, Coach.
All right, here we go. Oh, you know what? I got to get my Dang, I gotta get my wine opener, bro. Hold on.
Wine
Stay
opener?
right there, bro. There, play some music, bro. Play some music. This is hilarious. And I got you on the Bluetooth, so you really heard me go get my wine opener. I knew I was supposed to have tequila, but I ain't get a chance to go to the store.
What kind of wine you got? So you doing shots of wine?
Man, I'm
cheating,
not doing.
man.
Nah, cause I still got this.
You cheating, man.
Nah, it's not.
I got the bamboo rum. I got the 72 brands, but let family enterprise, man. I got the bamboo rum. You cheating one, but I'm gonna let you rock with the wine tonight.
Man, I don't even want to show this wine because they don't pay me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I show the wine.
Oh, see, I got to check for it, so I plug that in because I got to check.
Yeah, see, I ain't get no check. I don't know if they did, unless they gonna call me after this. If they call me after, how does it go? This is why I wish I had somebody. I wish I had one of my handlers around to tell me, do we get this wine company some love,
or do we not?
Or do we not? Because I mean, I like it, you know, and it's not even like hella expensive like that. It ain't no cheapy weepy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Listen, they be having some good ones, and I shouldn't even do that. But they be having some good ones at Howard Steve sometimes.
Yeah.
I can talk sometimes. You catch up, you catch a nice little decent. Wow, man, I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
Have you tried Snoop joint yet?
Yo, love Snoop wine. I got some at the crib.
I ain't tried yet. I gotta try.
Hey, bro, it's so fire, G. And it's crazy because it's like, you know, man, it's Snoop. You don't really know Snoop for wine. You like, how this gonna taste, bro? Snoop got it right. He got with the people, bro. But you know what? That's probably some Cali stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they got the vineyards, you know what I'm saying, right up the road. You can go up to Napa, you know what I'm saying, do a little wine tasting. All right, cool. I'm in here. This how you know you can't take the hood all the way out of me, though. I'm drinking. This how you know. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know the label Gourmet Ratchet Church. You see how we coming.
Listen, I ran out of I normally drink out the blue plastic cups, right? And I ran out of the blue cups. Right before I was like, I got more blue cups.
Yeah, because
I got the Walmart special joint right here.
You don't want it to be too sexy, G. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And the women don't like that. They don't want everything that pretty. They want to know you got a little edge to you. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. All right, so listen, we're going to do this game, right? And we're going to give you two choices, right? And if you can't choose between the two, you got to pretty much take a shot, right? Take a sip, right?
Okay.
I'm going to start out with Chicago, right? First.
Okay. Let me just take a sip just under a little alcoholic act a little bit.
Hold on. I can't.
I'm just laying.
I can't salute the ballet. I gotta take a shot.
Let's get active. Come on now. If this was Man Cave, you'd be drinking the Enrique Dragon. The Enrique Dragon. All right, salute.
We're going to start with Chicago first, right?
All right. Peace to the crib. Peace to Maywood and Broadview, too. Oak Park, Bellwood, whole west side, 290, south side, east side, up north. You know what I'm saying? Downtown, babies. South suburbs, too. You know what I'm saying? Harvey. All right, I'm done.
You go. Plug it all in. Shout out to everybody, man.
Love that city.
Kanye or Chance?
Ooh. Kanye.
All right. Common or Lupe?
Common. But that's tough, though. That's not easy. I said Common, but that wasn't an easy just Common. It's just, you just got to say Common. But come on. Food and Liquor, Lupe, The Cool. You know what I'm saying? Daydream. I just need the flowers for a couple of hours. Like, that's not easy, but Common.
All right. Let's do blues. Gene Ammons or Nat King Cole?
Ooh, come on now. I say this all day long. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Like, be unforgettable, bro. That's one of my goals in life. So Nat King Cole, cause you know.
Chirac or Cooley High?
Coolie High.
That's a good choice. All right, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Dipset or the Locks?
Oh. Oh. Because you want me to base it on the verses right now. If it's based on verses, of course I'm saying the Locks right away.
We're gonna base it prior to verses, right? When you saw it, who was you looking for?
I didn't have an opinion, bro. So all right, let me sip.
Okay. I take one with you. I'm from New York, and I'll be honest with you. I was rooting for Dipset.
Really?
I was, I was rooting for Dipset. I know that, like, when it comes to lyricists, Jada,
right?
Top, right? The Locks, I think, when it comes to being lyricists, they have it. When it comes to giving you that gritty, they have it. But just that, growing up in New York and that whole Dipset era was just, they brought, the Harlem, the flashiness, you know what I mean, the style. So they influenced the culture on that level as well. They got the party records. They got more of the party records. So I think going into the night, I was amped up because I was looking to hear those records. So that's how I say Dipset. But I knew that lyrically, if it came down to lyrically, I knew that they could have. Now Cam, don't get me wrong, Joel's and Jim Day Spitters, especially Cam could rap his ass off. I just knew that lyrically they'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, as a New Yorker, it was a win-win for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the Chicago Cubs against the White Sox, bro. It's peace to it's really a celebration of the city. You know what I'm saying? You can't if you're from New York, you can't lose because look at how powerful it is that you got that. You know what I'm saying? Like being that y'all the home of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we Jada's showmanship, bro. You know what I'm saying? That MC, and it wasn't his first verses, bro. He'd been to the dance before already. You know what I'm saying?
That was another New York moment.
Man, and also I feel like, man, it just speaks to brotherhood too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like having a posse, bro, having a crew. You know what I'm saying? Like that's important, bro. That brotherhood is important, dog. Because now you got a soundboard. Bro, should I wear this? Should I not wear that? What you think? And it's a trusted circle where don't nobody else be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an ultimate support system. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the actual brotherhood that was displayed, you know what I'm saying, on that verses.
All right. So we gotta take a shot, right? So you can choose.
Hey, you saw how I just naturally sip too? Like it's like if we just gonna talk about the Dipset and the Locks, you just gotta drink while you talking about it, G. I'm just sitting there. I might damn near have to get a little refill of the wine, G. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh man.
I can't be on here with the purple lips though, bro. This funny as shit.
The red wine.
I'm off the grapes.
Oh man. All right, Swiss Beats or Timberland?
Come on, this is what you want to. You want to do this, Flo? Flo, we've been having a great. Great interview, bro. I'm too passionate for this, man. Wait, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Is there any backstory to this question? Like, what are we judging? Is it music? Is it life? Is it hi-hats? Like, what about even
musically? It's all music. We ain't gonna put, nothing else in it. Just music.
And
I
guess
more of an influence on you.
In celebration of the young queen, man, Aaliyah, man. I'm gonna go with Tim, man, because I mean, when I think about being in 8th grade at the lunch table, 1 in a million, and I'm sitting there, I'm the only person in the school that know how to do the beat perfect, bro. Sometimes I use a penny or a quarter. Sometimes I use a pencil.
Kids, right.
And I'm on the table. They be like, "Come on, Coach, man, do that Aaliyah beat. Boom, 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 back, boom, 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 back, boom, boom, back, boom." I'm on it. That's me in 8th grade There's
That's
nobody
like
that know how to do the
that's like the
freestyle
grinding.
beat.
I used to be on the jump, the grinding.
Come on, man. Doom, 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 back, doom, doom, doom. I'm on the table. It's freestyle time. I got the drum beat. I got the Timbaland. Even I was on the drums for the 8th grade graduation. And during the song, I'm on there talking about some doot, 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 that chicken doot. And it's crazy. We were singing R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. And I'm sitting there putting 1 in a Million beat on R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly in 8th grade. This is me at Lindop in Broadview, Illinois, talking about boom, 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 back. And the piano teacher looking like, Marcos. And it's like,
What are you doing?
I'm finna
Listen,
snap.
everybody else was in tune.
Yeah, they was like, Coach did the 1 in a Million beat at graduation. Like, that's a thing, G.
I'm gonna hit you with another one. Nas or Jay-Z?
Ooh. Whew. Let me tell you why it's so heavy, right? Because I think I want to say Jay, but I got the plaque with Nas for Nas the Don on the Life is Good album. So I'm a sip. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having a sip.
Listen, and you still want that record with Jay too, so you still want that record too.
Still won't.
You got the Nas record. You need that J record, that JB record, and that
because it's resume building. I feel like you constantly resume building. You know, like every time it's an opportunity that comes, they're like, "Oh, Kosine, can you send over your bio? Hey, Kosine, can you send over your bio and your EBK? You know what I'm saying? And when I send it over, I don't want them to have to think no more. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to think. When you look at all these names that have trusted me, and you listen to this music, or you go on Apple Music, you know what I'm saying, and you see that playlist, you know what I'm saying? we know what we doing. You can trust us. You can trust the Gourmet Ratchet over here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get J and B on that playlist. I mean, on that discography.
Rihanna or Nicki Minaj?
That's the easiest sip. Cause I done sold millions with both of them.
Easy.
We done sold millions with Rihanna and Nicki. Yes, Sersky. No need to think. Sip. Where your drink at, Flo? Where you at, Flo?
Look at this.
Flo.
I was like, shit, why you didn't take one? This answer that one too fast for me. I could.
We not picking between Nicki and Riri.
You answered that one too fast, and I was like, shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If we was in the lobby, I'd be showing the plaque off in the back. If we was in the lobby, I'd be showing the plaque off. Salute. And you know, and shout out to Nicki and Rihanna, because you know, working with them is winning a lottery, bro. It's literally like a career changing opportunity, and life was different after Birthday Cake. This ain't a word. Life was different after the Birthday Cake remix with Chris Brown. Life was different after Birthday Cake with Chris Brown, the remix, you know, and Nicki, same thing. You got Ass with Big Sean, and you got the Dance Ass remix with Nicki, then Anaconda. Like, bruh, these ladies, these queens, yo, they really, I'm just a kid from, you know, Maywood, Illinois, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so, respect.
Shit, you better pick somebody moving forward, because it's about to get a little bit difficult.
Flo got me off the grapes. We off the grapes.
Now, listen, now we're going to do, right, quick rapper-producer duos.
Rapper-producer duos, okay.
21 Savage and Metro Boomin.
Oh.
Or Pusha T and Kanye.
You know, I'm gonna say it's not easy, right? I'm gonna say it's not easy. I am gonna go with Kanye and Pusha T, but I'm gonna say it's not easy, just because, man, if you listen to that last Metro album, it's sonically, bro. Metro and 21, sonically, bro, it's tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? And as a producer, I care about the sonics, you know. I haven't been able, I actually would like to put Metro, you know, you only got producers on the artists that I want to work with, but maybe we should have because producers be linking up, you know what I'm saying? If I have a producer list of producers I want to get in with that I've never been in with, I definitely would love to get in with Metro, bro, because I really respect his sound, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we got Drake and 40 or Rick Ross and Justice League.
Drake and 40. Drake and 40. And don't get me wrong, you right? Because we know about Justice League. Like, Rick Ross, Justice League, I would say they have the most expensive sounding music. That Aston Martin music, Rick Ross has the most expensive sounding, man. Hold on, man. Rick Ross be having. Rick Ross will have they have the most expensive sounding music, bro, and it's not easy. It's not easy to recreate, you know. It has that one of oneness to it that we love. It has that signature sound, you know what I'm saying? But Drake and 40, I mean, everybody still put filters on their beats to this day, bro. Like, them cats, man, like, come on, man. Drake. That's another one. Put that on. I think I already said them earlier. Drake? What? Bro. Like,
all right, last one, Coach. Last one. All right. Kendrick Lamar, Soundwave, right? Or Jay-Z and No ID.
You said Jeezy and No ID?
Jay-Z and No ID.
Say that one more time.
Kendrick Lamar, Soundwave. I pronounced that right? Soundwave.
Mm-hmm.
Or Jay-Z and No ID. Jay got some records to No ID too. Kendrick got some too.
Yeah, I'm a sip. And I can't sip. I am. All right. This is tough. Shit, Flo. All right. Flo, you doing too much, Flo. You doing too much, bro.
That's my last one.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna make a definitive statement and say No ID because he came to my mama's basement in Chicago. He has been a mentor, a big brother, a hero, you know what I'm saying? Like advice. You know, he brought us Snow Allegra, right? We talked about producers, you know, he was there. He was there with Big Sean early when we were working on 2011. He was there with J. Cole early, showing J. Cole all kind of stuff. I mean, of course, Common. And then, you know, Jay-Z 444, like, I think that was a definitive moment, just being so close to No ID around that time. You know, him telling me and explaining to me, yo, a gang of 444, me and Jay worked on that over email. Huh? What you mean you worked on the album just emailing each other? Bruh. You know, and I don't want to give away all of that type of conversation, but the insight, the transparency, right? Shout out to True Serum. The insight and the transparency that he's lended me, bro, is all I've ever wanted in this music business, bro. So shout out to No ID. But, you know, let's not get it twisted with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, and the West and everything like that is mad respect, bro. Mad respect and love. And that's somebody that I love to have, you know what I mean? Like, from a saxophone perspective, another producer is Terrace Martin. You know, he out here in LA, and he is a huge part of my inspiration as far as like why I play so much now. You know what I'm saying? Because between him and even Masego, you know what I'm saying, brothers that are nice on sax, dope producers. You know, I know I'm getting all over the place or whatever, but I be inspired by these brothers, man, for real.
Man, I was going to like two more, but after that, I'm gonna let you have it. Man.
Nah, because I can tell by them questions that you know your shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can tell by them questions you know your shit, dog, for real. So respect, bro.
I'm in tune. Respect. You know, I ask everyone who come on here, and this is always my final question. What do you want your legacy to be? You know, when Coach is gone, man, and you know, what do you want people to look back and see? You know.
I want them to see a child of the Most High. You know, somebody that really put that spirituality first and really depended on the Most High. Somebody that really said, you know, I pray, you know, order my steps. I pray, you know, Father, if it's a desire of my heart, but if it's not aligned with you, then I don't want it. Take it away from me. I don't even need it. You know what I mean? And you know, I would like a Grammy, but maybe that's why I got 9 Grammy nominations and not no wins. You know, for whatever, if it's not meant for me to have an Oscar or Emmy or any of the cool trimmings that I would like, don't even give it to me. You know, I want to be of service. I want to be a reflection of the God that I serve. I want to be a great dad, and I want to leave, you know, a lot of my messaging and what's in my heart and what the Most High has given me in the music, you know. So go stream Truth Serum, go watch the movie. You know, that's my soul. That's from my heart straight to yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very well said. Dope conversation, my brother, man. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. I hope that, you know, we inspired at least one person through the conversation tonight. Yeah, man. Gotta show some love, man. Kosine, thank you, my brother, man.
Yeah, hey, bro. Thank you so much for having me, bro. Again,
Thank you, man. Listen,
from your
everything you have given, right, to the culture is valued and it's appreciated. And no matter what space you was in your life, you still delivered something that people, you know, can listen to, and it could be something that they can listen to and smile, you know what I mean, and have good memories and have a good time, or it could be something that they can listen to and it could help carry them through something. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, is you're one of the greatest creators out here, and you know, since you've been on the scene, you've been putting your best foot forward. We appreciate you. Y'all run the numbers up to Sermon. I'm gonna watch the visual, and take my time and watch the visual. And I'm gonna hit you back.
28 minutes, Flo. 28 minutes, Flo.
That's easy time right there.
28
y'all
minutes.
Make sure y'all watch the visual as well as on YouTube. And you know, YouTube is free, okay? So it's no excuse.
Yeah.
So that's on YouTube. Anything else you got cooking? Or anything else you want to plug? That I know you on Apple. You on Apple.
What
Apple
else I want to plug?
Every Sunday.
Yeah, so yeah, Apple Music every Sunday, 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. We got the Truth Serum album on all streaming platforms. The movie on YouTube. The Truth Serum podcast. I got a podcast for every episode of the album. So every song is an episode, a deep dive, special guest, 7 Streeter. I got Sling Johnson from Man Cave on there. Fire, who's a co-producer on the project. Jay Valentine, who is a Bay Area legend. You know what I mean? So that's incredible. You know, shout out to Suicide Squad. I don't know if y'all see me with that quick cameo in Suicide Squad 2 with Idris Elba. Shout out to Idris Elba at the same time.
Oh, he's on the album. That song right there is.
So can you imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like, we working together, and it's the same thing with Lee Daniels. Hey, you know, we can make movies, we can make music.
And by the way, it just don't do a song with everybody. Let's make it clear.
That's an A-lister. He's an A-lister.
It just got about 5 songs, okay? And it's not because that he can't make great music. He don't do a song with everybody. So let's just put that out there.
Bro, and for him to give me the cameo in Suicide Squad 2 though, is out of here, bro. You know, so super special shout out to Idris. Make sure y'all stream that Blueprint album. And if you haven't watched BET the Encore, make sure you catch up on that. You know, we don't know if season 2 is happening yet, but you know, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Keep the conversation going. And that's it. That's your homework. You know what I
There you
mean?
go. There
Stay
you go.
tapped in. You can follow me on Twitter, at the interns, DAINTERNZ. Follow me on Twitter. You know, get your baseball pants dirty, slide in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? And you know, let's just build. Let's build.
So, ladies, you heard what he said, right? He said slide in the DMs. He said he gave you permission to slide in the DMs.
Flo, you gotta chill.
Let me not get him in trouble, man. Let me not get him in trouble. Oh man,
Flo over there talking about some. I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner. Oh no, man.
man.
Slide in the DMs for business purposes only.
Business
you know what I'm saying?
only,
Business purposes only.
Don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me, man.
Flo wildin', Flo.
We're not getting up. Oh man, blessings, bro. Be safe, man. We'll talk soon, man. And y'all definitely make sure y'all run the numbers up. Tucson is out now. Blessings, bro. Man, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for the dope conversation, man. I know we inspired somebody through this conversation tonight.
Somebody, but
thank you for the Jews, the gems drop.
If there was one that was inspired, man, y'all put a 1 in the comments, man. If there was one that felt any type of inspiration, Flo and I talking for the last, what, it was a 90, that's like a 90-minute stint. Let me see some ones in the comments, man.
There you go.
If there's one that was inspired, man.
That's it. Man, thank you, my brother. You be safe out here, man. You be blessed. Talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Blessings on blessings.
Peace.
Yep.